guys, so today I have a 10 products that I don't like video for you, and I told you guys that I was going to be letting you know about products that how well they perform after my 5 first impressions, just because you want updates and sometimes you change your mind about a lot of things, and after using them, you know, you discover that you really don't like it or that you really do, or vice versa. So I just found 10 things really easily, and that's how I know when I like look through them like, no, I don't like you. It's not even like a thought like, you work kind of great, you work for this amount of time, whatever. These products I was just like, no, I don't like you. It's nothing against, it might work for you. Let me just put that disclaimer out there. You might really like it, but me and my skin and how I like my makeup to last, these don't work for me. So don't take it personally if you really love these products, but I really dislike them. So, the first thing is skincare, the rest is makeup. But this Garnier Skin Active Soothing Cleansing Milk, made with rose water, made without parabens, dyes, silicone, sulfates. It's a vegan formula. Looks like this. Really pretty packaging, but I really don't like this. It is very oily on my skin. I cannot wash my face with this. It is supposed to be hydrating, and I get that. It's supposed to be that kind of like, I don't know, it does feel like a milk going on your skin, but it feels so greasy and disgusting when you're washing your face. I just can't. I can't do it. And I need all the moisture I can, but that's not what it feels like. It doesn't feel moisturizing. It feels like you're drenched in olive oil and you can't get it off. And so I've been using it, but only in the shower is where I've been able to do it. So it's the first step when I get in the shower is washing my face with this. By the time I've washed my hair and everything, it doesn't feel as gross on my skin, but I do still feel it when I get out of the shower. I will put on like moisturizer and do like my night routine after that, so it doesn't feel as bad. But just washing my face like first thing in the morning or just really quickly at night, just at my sink, does not work. It will not work. I have to literally take a different cleanser and wash it. So that's the whole point of buying this, is like to cleanse your skin, and it doesn't do anything. It might work for really dry skin. That's really what it's catered for, and I have pretty dry skin areas, but it just feels gross and I don't recommend it whatsoever. For makeup, Wet n Wild came out with this Pump Makeup Blocker 3-in-1 BB cream. It looks like this. It has like the actual BB cream on the bottom, and then a highlighter on the inside and a corrector on the top. So right here on the top, it has a mirror as well up on the cap, and then it has this kind of little spatula situation. Now, I'm okay with the highlighter. It's not my favorite. I'm okay with the corrector. It's not a lot of product. It is a very thin pan. It looks like it will give you more, but this cap takes a lot of space, and then it's pretty deep in there. So that's not going to last long enough. I get it, it's the purse, but it's not going to last long enough. You use the BB cream. But maybe not, because the BB cream is not that great. Like, I don't feel like it covers very much. I feel like it looks very cakey without covering anything. It's the weirdest freaking thing. And I love BB creams, and I've given it a shot many a time, and I just don't know what happens. Like, you can see it, I have to apply more, then I feel like I'm just like pushing it around everywhere. I had 5 first impressions with it. I told you guys I would play with it some more. It's just not my favorite. I don't like how it looks on my skin close up. On camera, I feel like it looked okay, but in person, I just can't. I just dislike it, and then I feel like it just disappears really quickly off my face, and literally nothing. No coverage, no nothing. And I know it's not supposed to provide a lot, but it provides nothing for me. But it still looks cakey in places. It's the weirdest thing. Again, don't recommend that product, and I love Wet n Wild, so it takes a lot for me to be like, no, I really don't like this. Next up was this MUAVE Professional Makeup Academy Highlighting Palette. Now, I said that it was kind of like a regular highlighter, not like for shine like what I have on my cheeks right now, but to kind of set your makeup with and have an iridescent look. Okay, I've played with it some more. It is very minimal shine, but it is shiny. So as an actual highlight for shine, I don't feel like it shows up that much on my skin. You would have to have very, very fair skin for this to show up on you and be like a blinding highlight. It's not that. It could be an everyday highlight if you really, really, really don't want it to show up that much. So what's the point, is what I say. But when I set it in other areas, like when I was setting under my cheekbones and stuff like that, under my concealer, it was so shiny. And I didn't feel like it had this pretty highlight effect. It just looked really, really dewy. So then I was like, well, it doesn't appear that way on my cheeks. And I think it's because I use blush. So then I went on a day where I just used contour and this, and that worked. You could see it better, and it did look like an actual highlight. But for some reason, whatever blush I use it with, it does not look like it's a highlighter. It doesn't look like what I like is a lot of shine. I like a blinding highlight. This doesn't afford that. And I feel like it's finicky. I don't know. It's just the weirdest thing. I mean, this is what the packaging looks like. It's very nice packaging. The colors would be sensationally great, but no matter what I do, they just don't perform. Like, even on my hand right now, I'm looking directly on it, there is the slightest sheen on it. But when I apply it, it looks like dust. Like I can just like move it around and nothing, it's gone. So the only shade that pretty much shows up for me is this very middle shade, the very palest shade. And it's not the most flattering color on my skin tone, but that's the only one that's really doing anything. As an inner corner highlight, I've been using it a little bit, but it's not what I wanted. It isn't really a great highlighting palette, and I just don't recommend it. And I like some MUAVE products, but I do not like this palette. Just letting you all know. Then I tried this Ulta Beauty Classic Felt Tip Liner. This I like the way it is, like it's a felt tip liner, but it's very black. I love that about it. It's very easy to use. I like that about it. But in the winter, it was great. But now that it's almost like summer, it's spring for us, it's very, very hot, 70s, 80 degrees. I have worn this so many times, and by the time I get home, there's so much black in the crease. It's like up here somehow. It just betrays me to no end. It looks so, so bad, and it just transfers to the top, and it's dry, you know, like I left the house, it didn't happen, it was fine. It's just like in the heat, it transfers so easily. I hate that. I can't do it. I can't. And so for that reason, I don't like this one. Maybe I'll just keep it around in the winter time, keep using it, but just letting you know, in the warm months, you probably won't like it. Another thing from Ulta Beauty was this cream eyeshadow and liner in the shade Rosy Cheeks. Now, this shade, Rosy Cheeks, I thought was going to be darker. So online, this color, this mauve cover, looked way, way darker. On me, you won't see it because it's just like my hand but iridescent swatching it. This doesn't show up on my eyes whatsoever. Doesn't show up barely as an inner corner highlight, and I've tried it. I've doused it on my eyes and like really run it over. I've put it on my hand and put it on. I've tried with like a brush to really get this to even show up at all, and I've put like a dark purple on and then put this on top to see if it would give it a sheen, and it just wasn't going over top of it. So I don't know if it's just, I know that I don't like the color. I don't know if it's the formula, but even other cream shadows that I've had have gone over top of other colors to enhance it, and this one just hasn't. So let me know in the comments below if you have any of these, and if a darker shadow does show up, and if it doesn't crease or anything, because I just didn't have luck with getting this to show up at all. Kind of done with it. Then I have these Wet n Wild. It's also by that Keep Going like gym line, the waterproof and sweatproof eyeshadow by Wet n Wild. I have the shades Mauve Girl and Mud Run right here. It's really cool packaging, really cute colors. I tried them on camera, and I really liked like the colors. I really, really do like the colors going on. They're beautiful. I really love the gold one. Now, I have played with these a lot because I love the colors. They do show up easily. When I put on my makeup, it looks great. About an hour later, it does start creasing. So then I was like, I'll rub in the creasing, but you know what? It's really inexpensive. You can always throw it in your purse and reapply. But what kept happening is I had to keep reapplying it because it was just disappearing and it was making me so mad. It would crease and then it would just be like my lid, my actual color of my lid, and then spots of like the red or spots of just the gold. It's like, this is not cute and I don't have time to keep looking in the mirror all day to reapply it. It's annoying that I know I have to put this in my purse with me to do it. And it's supposed to be sweat proof and waterproof, so that should not be happening. So I'm really upset with it. Like you can see, I've like messed up the cap a little bit because it's been in my purse fidgeting, but I really, really, really did play with these and want to love them, and it just didn't work out. So just letting you know, my overall thoughts is I didn't like it. The last 4 items I have are all by STARLIT Studios, and if you haven't watched that video, you should, because it was a big disappointment. I'll start off with the one that I hated the most, which was the cream shadow disc. It's in this purple shade. Packaging doesn't actually say the color, but it is an overspray. You can see the glitter surrounding, and then the rest is just like this purple gel. Even if I swatch it on my hand, here, I'm going to take a big swatch and watch you see what happens. That's literally what happens on your eyelid. It's streaky, it's messy, it feels gross, everything sticks to it. When you blink, it's like every wrinkle sticks to itself and then you feel it unstick. It's so gross. I don't even know how they were allowed to package it like that and make it look so pretty and then be nothing. So definitely don't like that. The gold mythical liquid lid, it's not the worst thing in the world for the color, but I keep using it because I was like, you know, this is a really pretty color. It's very natural daytime, and I wasn't hating on it, but it did betray me as well in that same formula, that stickiness. I went to my son's baseball game and I was having the most trouble like opening and closing my eyes. I was very aware of it, of doing it. It was just so sticky and gross. And then my good eyeliner kind of transferred because it kept sticking and coming off and then getting everywhere, and it just wasn't worth it. So I don't recommend that either now. And the Stars Align liner, like I said, there's not enough glitter in this whatsoever to want it as an eyeliner, and then it just keeps like disappearing. I don't know. I don't want to say like it's the worst thing ever. It's an eyeliner, but it did transfer, and it did kind of start disappearing with the other products. So I did try cream eyeshadows with it. I didn't try regular eyeshadows because I was just so annoyed with the line in general to give it an even better shot, but it just disappeared. I don't know what to tell you, especially in that video. Like I told you in the video, there was, my black eyeliner was non-existent, and I used it in conjunction with their what's this one, their heart eyeliner. This is a felt tip liner, so it has a heart on the end, and then this piece here, the felt tip. Both of these, I don't know, they're not the blackest black. This one is more, but this is like a gray black. Doesn't show up that great. It's easy to line with, but again, it kind of disappears. It kind of fades throughout the day, turns into a lighter gray as the day progresses, and I just want a black eyeliner. And then the heart, I'll stamp it on my hand again. Okay, that one was the perfect heart. Sometimes it just depends on the angle you do it. So the heart is fine with me. I don't think that would get messed up based on application. So if you want this pen just for the heart, you will like it. But as eyeliners, I don't think either of these are that great. I know they're inexpensive, but e.l.f. has better liners for inexpensive than these ones. So they don't get my stamp of approval at all. That's everything. I don't know why I got so passionate about it, but that brand specifically just made me mad because nothing that I bought worked out, and I was really excited about it. But yeah, I just want to be honest with you guys. If I don't like something, I'm definitely going to be honest about it. I'm not sponsored in any video that I've ever done, so just letting you guys know that's not the case. I'm trying to give my honest opinions, and if I change my mind on anything, I will let you know about it. Everything else that I've tried thus far on my channel, makeup wise, has been pretty decent. I'm still playing with stuff and seeing like what was a meh kind of video, so let me know if you want to see like things that I thought were good but they don't last that super long on your face. Like if you want something to be an all day like 12-hour wear thing, these products specifically are not that, because I've kind of grouped them. I had them into like a pile of I really don't like this, a pile of like medium, like it's okay but it's not the best, and then a group of, which is a really large group, of good makeup. And I feel like all those in that category, the last one, the great makeup, I've already said is pretty good and I liked it. But I could tell you the ones that I'm like, you know, I like it but it's not my favorite thing, I wouldn't repurchase. I could do a video like that for you guys. So if you want to see that, let me know in the comments. And that's everything for this video. Let me know your thoughts on any of the products that I mentioned. Like I said, that does not mean it won't work for you. It just really did not work for me. So, yeah. With that said, I will see you guys in my next video. I love you guys.